Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie, with a coffee in one of my own mugs. Now, I just want to say before I say anything else, thank you to everyone who's ordered merchandise so far. But just to let you know that yesterday, the 14th of December, was the last day of being guaranteed for your product to arrive before Christmas. So if you're thinking of ordering anything for anyone for Christmas, it may get there in time. It's right on it because today's the 15th. But according to my supplier, the 14th was the last guaranteed day that you would get your order for Christmas. So just to be aware of that. So I wouldn't advise you to order anything now that's specifically for Christmas because it may not arrive in time. I mean, of course, you can always celebrate the Spanish Christmas, which is on the 6th of January. So you could, that is when they give gifts as well. So maybe if it's not going to get to you for sort of our Christmas, if you like, I'm sure it will get to you by the 6th of January, which is Spanish Christmas. So do that instead. The Kings. Anyway. But thank you to those of you that have ordered. So I've had quite a few orders now. I really appreciate that. And I am still working on the shop. There will be more things that are added. And literally, you can virtually tell me what you want and I can add that to the shop for you to buy. So, it really is that I can do that. So if you don't see what you would quite like to buy on there, just let me know and I'll organise it for you. Okay, oh dear, having a wig malfunction again. Don't know where the fringe has gone. Never mind. I thought I'd go back to the wig today because I haven't worn it for a little while. So thank you to anyone who's bought merch. As like the little ticker-tacker. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, has liked. It's been a hell of a year, hasn't it, really, one way or another. So I will be doing like a little recap coming up to the new year of everything that we've talked about on the channel over the year. Gosh, it has certainly been an interesting year, let's say. So yeah, thank you, especially to my members, especially to anyone who supported me that little bit more by sending a super chat or buying me a Ko-fi. All of you that have emailed me. And as I've said, as I say many times, it's when I get trolleyed and I feel like down about the channel, if you like, and then I get a nice comment or I get support with a Ko-fi. And always when people buy me a Ko-fi, they always put a lovely message in there as well. And that makes me know why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because people do enjoy watching my channel, and there may be some that don't watch it. Well, they can go and watch another one. That's fine. So, okay. So today is the 15th of December. So we're on the 15th Advent calendar. So I've been doing one little video every day, just something positive. There's a playlist if you've missed some of them. Yesterday we talked about Andy's Man Club, which is a club that helps out men who've got mental health issues. So today I'm going to do something that's more, maybe a little bit more for the ladies, but not necessarily, because of course even the men that watch my channel, they've got ladies in their lives, so they can tell them about this. I think this is mega important, especially over the things that we've been talking about, various cases that we've talked about ladies not being safe walking in secluded areas, etc. And we've talked about self-defense and how to protect yourself, etc. And so that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to look at some self-defense techniques for women and what you should do if the worst happens and you do unfortunately get attacked. We're going to look at some things that you should do or shouldn't do. And these are not prevention. These are all in the event of actually something happening. Now, the first video I wanted to look at, because I did find this really interesting because ladies will know, maybe men too. I mean, there are some women out there who are perhaps a bit too forward, and men don't want their attention, and trying to deal diplomatically with somebody who's giving you like attention, unwanted attention, unwanted attention, but not in an obvious way, is the hardest to deal with it in a way. Because obviously, if someone attacks you, you're going to scream and you're going to sort of make a big fuss because that's a blatant infringement on you. But what sometimes is quite difficult to deal with as well are what they call here creepy hugs. Creepy hugs. Sometimes men or women. So I have to make this clear because it could be it could be a man who doesn't want a hug off a woman, and someone goes to I hate having my space invaded. I'd love to have a bubble around me. I mean, I like hugs off people I want hugs off, but I don't like people that I don't even know or hardly know hugging me or even touching me. And then these people that sort of bang you on the arm like when they're talking, or totally invade your space. That is really problem for me. I hate it. So I quite liked COVID for that, the COVID restrictions, because we always had to keep a meter away from everybody. And that was brilliant as far as I was concerned. Oh, but anyway, first of all, I just want to send my little spell. So bibbity bobbity boo, positivity and happiness to you just in these 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes of this video. Hope to make you smile. I'm going to thrill you with some terrible singing again later. But first of all, let's have a look at this. So these are 6 creepy hug defenses for every woman, it says. I suggest it's for men as well. I mean, sometimes you don't want to be, we all like to be hugged by the people we want to be hugged by. But there are some people we don't want to be hugged by. And it's nothing personal to them. It's just, for me, it's nothing personal towards that other person. It's just me. I don't like to be hugged by people I don't know. Now, some people might be quite happy, but, not me. So here we go. Let's have a look.
We've all experienced a creepy hugger. Here's how to keep hugging on your terms. Step back and extend the hand. If he doesn't get the hint, post on his body and say,
that's a brilliant, because they sort of come towards you and you sort of step back. Yeah, hold your hand out.
Hey, I prefer handshakes. Maybe you just don't want full frontal. Block the arm, rotate for the side hug. And when the photo op turns into a groping op, simply swim for the underhook. Let's see that again.
Oh, that's happened to me a million times. I worked for a car hire company and we used to sponsor events like bowls and golf and etc. And whenever you're having your photo taken with them, the arm coming round, it's just like so difficult to avoid it because you're there in front of a load of people as well. And I was just thinking that sometimes it's women I don't want to be hugged by. This is not only men. It's not a thing against men. Some women as well, they just don't seem to be aware that people don't of people's space, of people's personal space. Maybe it's just their character, and they don't mean, and I'm sure they don't mean anything by it, but I've had actually had to tell people, and you feel awful saying it, but I've just had to say, look, I'm sorry, but I don't like that, and especially in Spain, well, before COVID, your common greeting in Spain is 2 kisses on each cheek. So one on either, sorry, 2 kisses, yeah, one on one cheek, one on the other cheek. And I mean, I'm presuming they still do that now, but of course, it all had to stop during COVID. And to be honest, good, because I don't really like that. I prefer a handshake. I much prefer a handshake. When you're meeting someone for the first time, you don't even know them. I mean, so that's different when you're meeting your friends or, your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever, whoever, someone who is in your personal life, but you don't really want to be, hugged necessarily by everybody.
And if his hand starts to slide south, flare the elbow. We call this the club hug. You're doing your thing and someone tries to get a full grab. Build a frame, go for the throat. And when they sneak up from behind,
Yeah, go for the throat. Go for the throat. It's true though, because people do that. Why do people do that? I suppose they've had a drink and they're all happy and lovey and everything, and but you don't want it.
And when they sneak up from behind to whisper softly in your ear, turn, face, and manage the distance. If their grip is too tight, we have no choice but to switch the hips, lock the arm, and drop him. Bye. Hope that was helpful. On an inside note, guess what, guys? We're pregnant again.
We sure are. Haven's gonna be a big brother.
Oh, she
Next
didn't keep
video,
a
how to
distance,
defend
though, did
against-
she? So it turns out in the end she's pregnant, but they definitely didn't keep their distance. Let's just watch that again from the beginning. So these are advice on just when someone hones in on you to give you what they call here a creepy hug.
We've all experienced a creepy hugger. Here's how to keep hugging on your terms. Step back and extend the hand. If he doesn't get the hint, post on his body and say, I prefer handshakes. Maybe you just don't want full frontal. Block the arm, rotate for the side hug. And when the photo op turns into a groping op, simply swim for the underhook. Let's see that again. And if his hand starts to slide south, flare the elbow. We call this the club hug. You're doing your thing and someone tries to get a full grab. Build a frame, go for the throat. And when they sneak up from behind to whisper softly in your ear, turn, face, and manage the distance. If their grip is too tight, we have no choice but to switch the hips, lock the arm, and drop him. Bye.
Brilliant.
Hope that was helpful. On an inside note, guess what, guys? We're pregnant again.
We sure.
Okay, so that's how to avoid a creepy hug. But I also found some really good sites about, actually how self-defense sites. So let's have a look at one of those. Just a few sort of tips. I think I'll show this. I can't show all of them because I haven't got time. But
Thank you so much for tuning into my channel.
So this is particularly chokeholds. How to get out of chokeholds. So if you're looking at self-defense, there's lots of jujitsu. On the internet you can find there's so many videos on self-defense. Very interesting.
This is Hannah Gracie, by the way. We are at Gracie University in Torrance. I've been wanting to do this video because I feel like as a woman, the climate's kind of scary right now. And I thought that it'd be very important to do a self-defense video just to show you, everyone, but particularly for my ladies, the most important moves that you guys need to have in your arsenal if you ever should feel unsafe or in a really bad situation where you need to get yourself out of.
6 seconds is all it takes to choke someone unconscious. And what the attacker does after you're unconscious is completely out of your control, which is why we have to.
6 seconds. 6 seconds. So that's scary, isn't it? It's not long at all, is it, to make someone unconscious if you know what to do. And she's right what she said earlier. This is important for men too, because anyone can be in this situation, in a fight or whatever. So it's important. Self-defense is very, very important.
To escape at all costs from these chokeholds. So first we're going to see a two-handed standing strangle. Then we're going to see another standing variation where the person is behind you, strangling you and trying to drag you into isolation. Then we're going to talk about what if they have you pinned against the wall and they're strangling you against the wall. And then we're going to take it to the ground. Two most common ground fighting positions, the mount and the guard. Mount, he's on top of you with legs trapping your body. And guard, he's inside of your legs, often the final destination objective for a sexual predator.
Shall we go? First one.
So just to say that women's legs are very strong. They're actually stronger than men's legs. It takes a lot of build, men have to work really hard to build up the muscle on their legs, but whereas for some reason, women's legs tend to be stronger. So your legs are a very good tool, whereas women's arms are not so strong. So sometimes you just can't do it with your arm because the man will have stronger arms than you. And of course, you may be being attacked by a woman. I mean, women, there's it's not exclusively men that might be attacking you. So your legs are very important to learn how to use your legs for self-defense.
First situation is a standing two-handed front choke, a very common attack situation. The question is, what would you do in this? How would you get my hands off your neck? Go, push them up.
I would, try to push it out this way.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
I'm trying to be about it, it's not working.
She's competing with me strength for strength.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing her neck inward, and she's trying to rip my hands outward, and it becomes an arm strength competition, which against a larger opponent may not be effective.
Well, that's it, exactly. So she's not going to win against his arms, the difference in size between them.
Another thing people are probably thinking is, why don't you just knee him in the
Boom.
boomers? If you strike him in the groin and you knock him out, congratulations, you're free. If you miss or your strike doesn't have the desired effect in terms of triggering a pain response, because people are on adrenaline, drugs, alcohol, they don't feel pain like other people.
Yeah.
So if you hit him and you're relying on pain, and it doesn't have the desired outcome, you're still getting choked. And now you have one.
And also you've probably really pissed him off by then as well. So, yeah. And that's, I hadn't thought of that, what he's saying, if somebody's attacking you, they could be high as a kite on drugs or drunk or, or adrenaline. And so, yeah, they just don't feel pain the same. But even if you do manage to connect, if you don't actually manage to knock them out, or then they're going to be really angry then, aren't they? Even angrier.
Second left and you pass out.
Right.
Hold my neck tightly. Instead of hitting tighter, come on, Asia.
Oh, damn.
I use my entire body to target her two thumbs.
Yeah.
So again, as you hold, instead of trying to fight arm for arm, you're strong too. Look, I step back on my strong side and I bow down.
And it just slips.
Your
right
thumbs
out.
cannot stop a whole body from going. And this.
God, that just looks so simple, doesn't it? That because your automatic reaction would be to grab their hands and try and get their hands or arms off your neck. But it makes more sense to just sort of try and duck out of it, I suppose.
This is targeting your strength against their weakest point of their grip.
Right.
So first thing, tighten up your neck, strong neck, yes. And now you're going to step back. As you do your step, you're going to duck under. Make sure your head doesn't touch my wrist. Go straight through. And she's out. Nice. So the key on the tight neck is that I can't get in and penetrate in the arteries there. There you go. So once you
you want that double chin.
Yes, you want that triple chin, you guys.
Chin.
We call it alligator neck when we teach the children. Tighten it up, you guys. Always tight neck. She's going to bow straight forward. Go ahead and come out perfect. And their thumbs cannot stop your body from going straight down. One of the most common mistakes on this one, hold my neck, please, is you bow and your head hits the wrist.
Yeah.
You don't want your head to hit the wrist. Straight down and back up. So go underneath the wrist so that all your energy is targeting those two thumbs, not their arm or their wrist. Ready?
I like it. Yeah.
Next topic, the person sneaks up. You can't set a boundary if you can't see the person. So they sneak up and they wrap you around the neck, and now they're trying to drag you into isolation. The question is, what would we naturally do to get those hands? Pull it up. Pull it up. We're going. We're going. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, again, your natural reaction is to try and pull the hands off. But because you've got no chance of doing that, have you? Strength-wise.
Okay.
We're going to do a forward step with this foot, step forward. And then this foot is going to step between our bodies, and you're going to dip that shoulder until you land on this side of my body. Correct. It's called the shoulder slip.
Okay.
So I'm dragging you here. You can even use your hands to protect your neck initially, but take one step forward, slip through it, now hug my body from here and push away and push up. Yes. So initially, once you turn, he may still be holding onto your neck.
Yep.
So do it again slow. Step forward, step through, slow. Now come here. At this point, he's going to try to strike her. Then you push off both hands and you get away. Beautiful. If she does the exact same thing the opposite way, do it very slowly, Asia. Slow. Step forward. Correct. Slow. Step through. Freeze. It just got tighter.
It sure did.
There's an opening over here. This is closed. So if you're going to back out, look, she's going to back out towards the opening. Step forward, step back. Look, she's unraveling the choke. Obviously, a little bit tighter. It's harder to do. But with practice, you really learn that once you...
Yeah, you need practice of that because, in the moment, would you even remember that? So it's important to practice these things, isn't it?
You slip your shoulder out, the choke is gone.
So if they're left-handed,
yes, you got it. Good luck on this one. Good luck. Good luck. Nice shoulder slip, and then you're out. Beautiful.
All right.
All right. So next one.
Do you feel that then when she went down there, that's when you should grab them in the and squeeze really hard, and maybe that would. I mean, the thing is, you might make them angry, but at the end of the day, they're going to do some horrible to you anyway. So at least you try and do as much damage to them as possible.
Let's go to the wall over here.
Okay. We're on the wall, people.
Grab my throat here and just keep your face away because I don't want to actually elbow you. Yeah, so we're going to hit it right here. So check it out. I'm going to turn all in one. Palm strike, Foot pivot, look at the foot. Boom. Most common mistake, they hit the other way. When you hit this way, you're fighting 4 fingers. When you hit this way, you're fighting just the thumb.
Just like the first thing that we
Yes,
did.
where is the weakness? And the weakness is right there. And here's what's interesting. If you push, this move is so good that just by pivoting, the hand falls off the neck. So my pivot is as important, if not more important than the hit. So really think of that foot. Look at the foot rotating on the ground as my shoulder pivots through everything. And then your hand's gonna slide right. At the same time, I'm gonna palm strike mainly because as I do, I want you to fall in right here, which sets me up for this wrap. Boom. So right here, try that pivot, go. Yes, now wrap the neck. Tight, 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 tight. Now lock your hand, squeeze, squeeze. Ah, here we go, big turn. Yes, and then come around. Ah, okay. Man, her guillotines are tight, too taut through that.
I don't know.
That was
maybe-
nice. It's called the mount, okay, a very common fighting position, or you want to be as the top person, and if you're on the bottom, you never want to be here. But from a self-defense perspective, the reason why it's so problematic is this: make a fist.
Yeah, I can't reach him at all.
And even if she could reach me, she wouldn't have the power. Relax, make a fist. Even if you hit me, I'm gonna ride with it. Where if I hit you, your face bounces off the pavement.
Yeah.
So you have very limited power and very limited
Yeah, I think at all costs you've got to try and not end up underneath someone like that.
options from here in terms of striking.
Yeah.
Now, I already know some of our viewers at home are thinking, hit him in the where it counts. Boom, same thing. If you knock him out, great.
Yeah.
But if you don't, guess what we have now? An exchange
Yeah.
of firepower that is to your disadvantage.
This is actually really scary. Even though I know you're not going to hurt me, just you being on top of me is very scary.
How would you, and probably similar to our friends at home, push me off wildly? Go, get up. Go, Asia. Come on, Asia. We believe in you. Do you guys believe in her? Go, Asia. Don't let me go. Tight.
Oh, okay.
Step number 1, elbows in by your ribs. You don't want his knees to ride up under your armpits.
Oh, okay.
Step number 2, hand cross grip and hook my wrist with no thumb. Look at her grip, you guys. Because if she grabs with the thumb, hold tight, Asia. Don't let go. Coming right out.
Yeah.
This is called the monkey grip. Look, now there's no way my hand travels out laterally. But even though you got me that way, elbow down, even though you have lateral control, I can still pull out the back.
Right.
To prevent that, this hand will go to my tricep and she'll just hold and kind of keep it secure there. So I can't come out the back or the side now. You lock me. And the closer your elbow is to your body, the more leverage you're using from your back. This is solid now. He found it. Now her foot's going to step just over my foot, just like that. Perfect. And the other foot right in the center of my legs. Perfect. Now, without letting go of my arm, your hips are going to, I can't post out. And that's why I fall. That was good.
Yeah, it's interesting. I want to go to the gym now. I'm definitely going to start going back to the gym because at least if you need to build your strength up a little bit as well. And, you know, you don't even have to go to the gym to do that. There's lots of, you know, if your mobility is restricted, there's lots of chair sort of things you can do in the chair just to keep your muscles sort of strong and that. So I'm definitely going back to the gym watching this.
So the next situation is instead of the attacker being mounted on your hips, right, where their knees are on either side, giving me the position of advantage from here, the attacker is inside your guard, where they're inside your legs here. Push me off. Go, Asia. Get up. Go. Push him off. He's like following, strangling, holding.
I can barely get my legs around.
So the person's inside your legs, when they, especially if they're strangling you. And again, different behavior, we have different options. But if they're inside the guard, check this out. Cross grip, blade, foot, turn, and go.
Whoa!
And now from here, her arm is 100%, look, breakable in my control. Heels tight, wrist control, and I thrust my hips up, boom, and I break her elbow backwards right here, as much or as little as we want. Beautiful technique. So step 1, person's here, you're
It's very interesting, isn't it?
gonna go cross grip and hook my forearm, beautiful. Step 2, blade across my neck. Step 3, foot on my pelvis right here. Yep, and you're gonna turn and bite this foot high the other way. You're gonna pivot this way and put this foot high in my armpit, way up there, and bite my back. Over my higher. There. Now that it's high there, Asia, bring this leg over my head and around the world. Bring it around in front of my face. All the way around. Yes. Lock your heel. Hold on. Yes. Slow. Both hands grab my wrists. Now very slow. Hips up. Slow. Yeah. Again, that was good. So the key is what? Look at my hand. Perpendicular. So you're pivoting beneath me. So you're over here and I stay over here. Like you're gonna do this. And how do you make that pivot? Using the foot. That's how it makes you
So
turn.
you push away.
From the arm that you want. Because what you're trying to do is introduce your hips to the elbow that you want to break. And by pivoting, you're bringing your hips to my elbow. Slow.
Okay.
So cross grip my arm, blade on my forearm. Beautiful. Foot on my hip. Turn and bite my armpit really high. Look like over the head now. Yes. That was ninja. Okay. 2 hands. So 1, you're going to get the forearm. Blade.
Takes a lot of practice, but you know, I can see they're good tips. You can see that if you put your leg on this side of his head, it'd be quite difficult. You know, it's easy for you to kick them off, or easier.
Foot on the hip, turn and bite the armpit, leg over the head. Now, if he falls down, no problem. Calm down, Asia. Calm down. It's me. Calm your nerves.
I forgot where I was for a second. Yeah. We hope that you were at least inspired to learn a little bit more. Like we said, we don't ever want to be put in these positions, but if there is ever a time, at least now with this video or at Grace University or wherever you find any of your jiu-jitsu information, you will at least have the basics and to stay calm.
And that's all you need.
Henner, thank you so much
for Congratulations.
Teaching us.
Don't go picking fights now.
I won't. His information will be in the description box.
Very good. So this is Asia Dang. This is the channel, AJA Dang, self-defense. But I think she does various sort of things. So, yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Let me just stop sharing that. Stop sharing. Yeah. So, you know, that's it. Let's get all get down the gym in the new year, ladies. If you haven't, well, probably won't have time to go now, but yeah, definitely, because just to build up your muscle strength as well. You know, I've gone to the gym for years, off and on, and you do feel the difference it makes when you go to the gym. You don't have to do heavy weights. It's not about doing heavy weights. It's just about sort of, you know, getting some fluidity in your bones. And you know, I've never had a perfect body ever. It's not about that. It's just about keeping yourself reasonably fit and strong, isn't it? So that if the worst ever does happen, you've got some alternatives. So I think that was very interesting. Now I just want to show you one of my chatters sent me in a video of a family member of theirs doing some jiu-jitsu. They've given permission to show this video, and you know, it is fantastic to watch it. You can see just how strong women can be. We're not the weaker sex, you know. You can be strong. So let's have a look at this video. As always, I've just got to work out how to get on it. I always find it difficult to get on a video for some reason. I'm not sure why. Camera roll. Oh no, I can't get on it. Hang on. Oh, maybe a video file. Sorry. There we go. See the look at, you know, the determination on their face. Hang on, I just need to put these down. When you see the determination on their face, it's brilliant. I love to see women being strong. real sort of, you know, anger. Well, not anger, but, you know, yep. Be strong. Be strong. Let's watch it one more time. And thank you to the person that sent it that to watch. Now that is so they use their legs a lot. So notice how they use their legs a lot. And this is at a gym somewhere in the Manchester area. They did not want the gym to be mentioned, but if anybody, you know, the thing is, if any of you are looking for a jiu-jitsu gym, just send me an email and I'll find one, and tell me the area you're in. I'll find it one for you in that area. So yeah, in fact, I'm just going to watch that one more time. Yes, so there you go. That's today's advent calendar as far as the positivity is concerned. Make yourself as strong as possible. Learn some self-defense techniques. You know, we've talked about taking things out with us, like, you know, scissors or pepper spray or whatever, but probably better that you do learn some self-defense techniques. They're probably the best things. Okay, so now we're going to go. I'm not sure what that was. We're going to go now to the Christmas pictures, and at the same time we're going to I realize now why it wouldn't come up before. I think what I might have to do is just show you the Feliz Navidad song first, because I don't think I can show both of them at the same time, can I? No, I can't. That's what went wrong yesterday. Let's have a little. So okay, so we won't look at the Christmas things today. Instead, you get the benefit of me singing. You know, I'm joking when I say that. I'm being sarcastic. Of me singing along to Feliz Navidad. We'll do that. We get copyright for this, don't know. Now, why half of it is in English, I don't know. But what I'm going to do is take that off now, and yes, just show you the Christmas things, and I'm going to try and sing it now. I mean, the words are not difficult at the end of the day, so the words are very simple. So yeah, because I've had some new pictures, so I do want to show you them. Okay, so Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año. Look at that, that's beautiful. Y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. There you go. You finally got your Feliz Navidad after I totally cocked it up yesterday morning. I cocked it up today, but in a different way. I managed to sing it at least. Oh, my nose is cold. It's a little bit chilly today. I've got a chilly nose. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the Advent calendar for the 15th of December. We'll get to the gym in January. I'm definitely going. In fact, I may even start going before January. And thank you so much for watching. Remember to live, love, carefully, wisely, be kind. Remember, not everybody's looking forward to Christmas, aren't they, as we've talked about. So, yeah, maybe just say to someone, are you okay? Do you need anything? Maybe all they want is a little conversation. Another thing I just want to put in, because, you know, some people will be facing bereavement, their first Christmas after a bereavement. And what I would say to people is when somebody loses somebody, I think people don't know how to deal with them, do they? You know, sometimes people, they think you won't want to talk about them, but quite often people do want to talk about them. And they do. I mean, you'll find out by just saying to someone, oh, how are you? How are you feeling since you lost such and such? If they don't want to talk about it, they'll just say, I don't want to talk about it, which is fair enough. But sometimes people say, thank you for asking, because people actually avoid people that cross over the road to not have to say anything, not for anything bad, but just because they don't know what to say. So the best thing to do is to ask, take the person's lead on it. You know, like if they then say, oh no, I don't want to talk about that, you don't talk about, think of something else to talk about. But you may find that they're desperate to talk about them, you know, because it's talking about them that keeps them alive. They don't want to just pretend they never existed. You know, their memories are important. So, and especially coming up to a time like this, people probably, especially if it's their first Christmas without them as well, probably would quite like to talk about them. But you have to, you know, put the feelers out there. Okay, so I'll see you very soon in the next video. And until then, may your God go with you.